Is it cocoa, vanilla, or coffee? Life and light down in Africa. This day we stand in the land with all the minerals. This day we say we shall never lack, we have it all. Let's rise, let's get our tools, put our minds to work. Are you ready? Are you ready? Africa, are you ready? Africa. The time is now for Africa. The time is now for you. The time is now for you and I. Africa. The time is now. Can you see? Africa. The time is now. The time is now. Inspire Africa. You've been called. We're the Josephs of our time. Yeah, mama, wait. Since the world you will rise and take our place. He created you. We're the Josephs of our time. Yeah, mama, wait. Yeah, mama, wait. Yeah, mama, rise and take our place. Yeah, mama, wait. You've been called. You've been anointed. Josephs of our time. Yeah, mama, wait. This is your time. We will rise and take our place. Yeah, mama, wait. We're the Josephs of our time. Yeah, mama, wait. Yeah, mama, wait. We will rise and take our place. Yeah, mama, wait. God is the land of Africa. In God we bless our Africa. Sweet motherland, yes, Africa. You'll always belong to Africa. Mungu tusaidie. Tokala kubela wangu. Tunaomba. Sing this song. Oh, sing this song. The time is now. Oh, Africa. The time is now. He formed you, and I. Just rise. The time is now. Oh, Africa. Your time is now. The time is now. Inspire Africa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The time is now for Africa. The time is now for you and I. The time is now for Africa. The time is now for
Inuka Africa.
Open up your eyes, lift your head up, open up your mind. You will see all the beauty of this land. You're a star.
Take a look around you. What do you see? Take a look within you. You're a blessing to all. Well, and in your time.
Ọba tó ṣoore fún mi ṣoore fún wa tó ṣoore lójoojúmọ́. Ọba kọ má ti kà lẹ́yìn. Adúró gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lẹ́yìn aṣòtítọ́. Kò jẹ́ ronú ibi rárá.
Inuka Africa. Sema, sema, simama. Inuka Africa.
Semuka Afrika, usazitarisire pasi. Maria no kuda iwe, wakakomborerwa iwe. Maruzi osenga azive mwari nekuda kwechako chiedza. Zvirima uri zvikuru. You were a star, you were born to shine. It's time to rise up. Arise, arise, your light has come. Uri mwana wa mwari, creation waiting for you. Show the world your light.
Betulib Africa, Mumusai. Betulib Africa, Mama Land. Betulib Africa, land of beauty. Betulib Africa, land of minerals. Betulib Africa, Mumusai. Betulib Africa, Mama Land. Betulib Africa, land of beauty.
jewel is a godly favored continent. This jewel is the nucleus of the world, as it is the most centrally located continent. The black jewel is power, brilliance, and outstanding uniqueness. This jewel is gold. It is vast gas and oil reserves, diamonds, timber, fish, and great wildlife sceneries. It is vast, beautiful deserts and a unifying coastline. The black jewel uniqueness is in its color black, the very depth of all colors. It is victory. Our victory as a black jewel lies on our genuine black knees, knelt in a unified cry to the Almighty. Our black jewel will rise in Nuga, Africa. The black jewel.
Your time has
Open up your eyes, lift your head up, open up your mind. You will see all the beauty of this land. You're a star.
Take a look around you. What do you see? Take a look within you. You're a blessing to all. We're learning your time.
Ọba tó ṣoore fún mi ṣoore fún wa tó ṣoore lójoojúmọ́. Ọba kọ má ti kà lẹ́yìn. Adúró gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lẹ́yìn aṣòtítọ́. Kò jẹ́ ronú ibi rárá.
Inuka Africa. Sima sima simama. Inuka Africa.
Semuka Afrika, usazitarisire pasi. Maria no kuda iwe, wakakomborerwa iwe. Maruti osenga aziwe mwari nekuda kwechako chiedza. Zvirima uri zvikuru. You were a star, you were born to shine. It's time to rise up. Arise, arise, your light has come. Uri mwana wa mwari, creation waiting for you. Show the world your light.
Betulib Africa, Mumusai. Betulib Africa, Mamaland. Betulib Africa, land of beauty. Betulib Africa, land of minerals. Betulib Africa, Mumusai. Betulib Africa, our mamaland. Betulib Africa, land of beauty. Betulib Africa, Inuka Africa. It's time to rise. Open your eyes. Inuka Africa.
Semuka Africa, this is the time to shine. Inuka Africa.
The black jewel is a godly favored continent. This jewel is the nucleus of the world, as it is the most centrally located continent. The black jewel is power, brilliance, and outstanding uniqueness. This jewel is gold. It is vast gas and oil reserves, diamonds, timber, fish, and great wildlife sceneries. It is vast, beautiful deserts and a unifying coastline. The black jewel uniqueness is in its color black, the very depth of all colors. It is victory. Our victory as a black jewel lies on our genuine black knees, knelt in a unified cry to the Almighty. Our black jewel will rise in Nuga, Africa. The black jewel.
Your time has come. Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining us today for our Inspire Mentorship series. My name is Sylvia Bonavana, joining in from Uganda, and I'm honored to be your host this evening. Please do let us know in the chat where you are joining from. This is the Inspire Mentorship series, and we usually have these sessions every last Friday of the month where we just come together as professionals to have a conversation around the changes that are happening in our environment. So it's an honor and a pleasure to have each one of you joining us this evening. Please do let us know in the chat where you are joining from. I see Marianne Raji, I hope I pronounced that very well, joining from the UK. You're very welcome. Malin, I think it's Malin. You're very welcome joining us from the UK. Please do let us know where you're joining us from. I see Soar Rising Limited joining us from the UK as well. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right, I think people are still typing. The messages are yet to come on the chat. I'm not seeing them yet, but I can see we have some people on the call. So thank you for joining us. Like I mentioned earlier, we usually have this mentorship series once a month. And the idea was that we saw that there were some gaps in our professional space. So when we come together for this mentorship series, is to see how can we learn from one another? How can we sharpen one another so that we can become better professionals representing the kingdom out there? So this is one of the sessions today, and it's going to be a really, really exciting session. Last month, we had a session on personal branding, and it was a really, really interesting conversation. If you missed it, be sure to catch it on our YouTube channel, Inspire Synergy. You should be able to catch the conversation there. But it was basically about personal branding. And we had a really good conversation, but centered around authenticity, which is the foundation of a powerful personal brand. And it starts with knowing who you are, living your truth, and living a life of purpose. And that was a really, really interesting conversation that we had last month. So be sure to catch it. This month, we shall be having a different conversation, and I'm really excited about it. I hope you too are excited. I don't see any people in the chat telling us where they are joining from, or is my chat not updated? Let me see. All right, looks like my chat is updated. I think people are still, their hands are still full, and that's okay. No worries. Thank you very much for joining us once again. And this is our 7th session, and we are really excited about the conversation that we are going to have today. Like I mentioned earlier, my name is Sylvia Bonavana. and I'm a software engineer. And this conversation is pretty exciting for me because we are going to be talking technology and how it can help us as professionals to do our work better and even more efficiently. Technology has been changing a lot over the years. The journey has been long, but from the introduction of computers to the mobile phones to the smartphones and different technologies that have been coming that have revolutionized the way that we work. And today, the conversation that we want to have is about a technology that has recently changed how we are working. It's already changing how we are working, by the way. And we want to talk about AI or artificial intelligence and how we can leverage it to be more efficient in our work, no matter what profession we are in. So that's the conversation that we'll be having this evening. Robina is joining in from Uganda, and you're very welcome, Robina. So today we are going to be having a conversation about leveraging AI and technology for efficiency and productivity. And to help us carry us through this conversation is Mr. Hafis Raji, all the way from the UK. Mr. Hafis Raji is a business systems analyst, technology strategist, and entrepreneur with extensive experience helping organizations leverage technology, automation, and digital transformation to improve operational efficiency and productivity. With a background in spanning enterprise systems, business process optimization, system integration, and digital innovation, he has worked with different organizations to help them streamline complex business operations, enhance customer experience, and deliver scalable technology solutions. And his expertise includes artificial intelligence, cloud technologies, business analysis, and process improvement. And beyond the corporate world, Mr. Hafis is also the founder of innovative ventures across technology and agriculture, where he applies modern technology solutions to solve real-world challenges and drive sustainable growth. As you can see, the person that will be speaking to us this evening is very knowledgeable and has vast experience in the topic that we'll be sharing today. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and help me welcome Mr. Rafis Haji that is going to guide us through the conversation today. Let me see some reactions, all right? Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Mr.
Sylvia.
Hafis, you're very welcome.
Thank you
And
very
over
much.
to you.
Thank you.
Take us away for the next 45 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. It was really, really wonderful and it's got a privilege to be here. Good evening, I should say. Good evening, depending where you are in the world at the moment. Good evening, good afternoon to everyone. I hope you're well. And honestly, it's truly, truly an honor. I mean, I don't know if you guys joined before we actually started and you had the intro. Listening to the Inika song, the Africa Together song, that always gives me goosebumps when I see the song singing, and then after from all the different languages, it just makes me feel proud. I think a lot of people in Africa probably won't understand how, when the diaspora, those who are abroad, hear or see things like that, the unity and the songs and everything about Africa coming together. It just makes us proud and really proud to know that, you know what, Africa is definitely moving forward. And with things like this, the projects that Inspire is doing and all that stuff they're doing to bring and push Africa forward is definitely moving in the right direction. So yeah, so thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Sylvia. It was a mouthful. So what I'll do is try to just give a quick back. I know she's given some intro, but I'll give you a quick background on myself. So my name's Hafis Raji. Above all, before anything else, I'm a Christian, a believer of God, and I serve as a pastor in my wonderful TKFC in UK. We have a branch in Kenya, and I'm sure will be in Uganda soon as well, under the leadership of Pastor Anthony Femi Ashai and Reverend Isali Ashai as well. So as I said, above everything I do first, I'm a Christian first and serve and in a wonderful house. And following to that, my passion, and obviously because of the house I'm in already, my passion is Africa. Regardless of where I'm in the world, Africa's home, particularly Nigeria, but the whole of Africa as a whole. I'm passionate about things in Africa, doing business in Africa, living in Africa, moving forward in Africa, everything about making Africa rise. And that is a definite passion after everything I do as a Christian. And I'm part of multiple organizations that are very deep into what's going on in Africa. One of the key ones is Soul Rising. I'm sure some people would have known about Soul Rising. Again, it's because of the house I'm in, the church I'm in, and the leadership I'm under. But we are doing big things in Africa as a whole, development-wise, technology, agriculture, so many things. Especially in Kenya, we've got development in Kenya going on. In Africa, in Nigeria as well, I have a 10-acre farm where we're doing some agriculture there that's moving forward, and even using technology to do that as well. And then in UK, I do a lot of development, solution, and improving what's called technology for business. So I have my hands in many different places, and obviously as well, I have a family of a wonderful wife and 2 wonderful children. So that's me in a nutshell. You can see where my life is. It's like my faith and technology are working hand to hand, moving things forward. Amen. So today, I've been asked just to share based on my experience regards to AI and how we can use AI to actually help us move forward in our career. And the reason why I had to give you a background of my career to understand where I started from. I started from a business system information technology graduate. I went into banking for a while, and then I moved up from banking into software development, building websites. And then from there, I decided, I didn't want to do the coding. I wanted to do more the strategy side. And then today, I do a lot more strategy. So my goal is, or my point is, I come into businesses, I look at what they're doing, and I try to find out how we can streamline and improve and build processes for what they're doing. And back in the days, we used to just write a lot of code to do the processing. We built softwares. We might do a lot of inputs and output. But now we're shifting a lot more to automated, to AI, letting AI do a lot of the thinking. We're just throwing things in and let AI decide how it's going to work, what the outcome, what the best way. And AI is doing a lot more. So AI is is increased a lot of what the work we're doing. Amen. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So today, I will talk about some history of AI, how we're doing it in work, and then just give some practical advice. I'll also give some examples of some of the work and the projects we're doing with AI to move forward. Great. Okay, and then after we'll do some question and answer after that. Okay, let me share my screen and then we can get started. Once I do that, please let me know if you just give me a thumbs up so that I know that you can see my screen. Okay. Share. Could I get a thumbs up just so that I know you can see the screen? And it is the right one. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're discussing leveraging AI and technology for efficiency and productivity. Now, we're living in a world where things are changing very dramatically, and it's changing at such a rapid pace. And we have to understand that we're living in a new industrial stage. When I say industrial stage, previously we had the agricultural revolution and the industrial revolution and the internet revolution. So over time, as man developed, things have changed. you've adapted over the first it was all the agriculture where it was all about farming, where the horse was the one dragging the things on the farm and the laborers working and so forth. Then we moved to the industrial stage where we start having the steam engine, the train, and people were moving faster at a longer distance, and they were carrying all the agriculture, the things they were carrying, moving it across land, across country. We had the ships expanding. Man was advancing and moving at a faster pace. Then you had the internet, where you had the electricity. Then you had the internet. So all these things they shaped society, okay, and it was all about adapting. Information was faster. You needed to move them faster, and those who did not adapt fell behind. You would know if we talk about Africa, Africa was sort of held back a lot of time, while the rest of the world was advancing forward. But we've come to an age where Africa is breaking off the shackle and has the ability now to catch up and surpass all of these countries that's in the past has held them back to move forward. If we just look at a timeline, we can look at the in the 70s, 80s, that was the first industry, which was mechanism. And then 2.0, you had the electrification, and then 3.0, automation, and then 4 was the digitalization, and then now we're looking at the 5, which is the humanization element. This is all the revolution that we've gone through. All of these are key time from 1780 to 1870 to 1970 to 2011 and then 2020 to where we are today. That man had progressed. Man was moving forward. Anything, and this is something we need to understand. It's not about starting from the beginning. You're building, and this goes back to your careers. Your career, as you start building and moving forward. Whenever somebody comes to me and says to me, "Oh, I've just finished university and I don't know what job you want to, I don't know where to go," and I always tell them, plan where you want to go into the next 10 years or 20 years, and then come back and think to yourself, what path do I need to get there? You're not just going to land there straight away. Start somewhere and build. So as you build your career, you're moving further and further and closer to the goal. If you don't know what the goal is, then you just make sure you're moving up and up, and you're building and you're building. And this is where we're at with the AI. The AI is an accumulation of all the knowledge we've built with all this information that we've had. Whereas before, the internet, the digitalization was all about us feeding things in and dealing with and coming out with output. But now we've got the humanization, which is the AI. It's tailored. We're dealing with big data. We're dealing with massive and coming and doing things a lot more faster. AI is having an impact across all level, not just career, but political, climate change, everything. Even today, I was reading a report about how much it costs to keep the computers that run all these AI systems cool. The amount of water that they're using, the land that they're having to build, where they're building. Governments are now planning on building lots more data center in the nation, and I'm praying that these are things that Africa as a whole begin to expand on. But the key point I want to make is technology is rapidly moving us faster and faster and faster and faster forward, and we must not get left behind. As we said already, the industry 5.0 is the personalization, it's artificial intelligence, automation, cloud technology, data and analytics, human and technology, machine working hand in hand rather than machines simply replacing them. And that's a key point I want you to take for the whole time we're here. AI is not going to take over and replace you. Well, there are some points, but generally overall, it's not about, don't think as AI is coming to replace human beings. Think about how AI is going to work alongside human beings to make things work better and faster. That's the goal that you need to try and think all together. Okay, so it's changing, as I said, all over the world, and it's not something you can sort of just leave aside and just like, you have to understand AI is changing the workplace. It's changing the workplace more than it's eliminating. And there's some stats I want you to read here. So AI will transform, as I said, so AI will transform 22% of the job market in 2030. So it's going to transform the job market. Wherever you are, it's going to transform 22% of it. But what people think is, oh, it's going to people are going to lose their jobs. Yes, some people lose their job, but the rate that is creating more jobs. So it's going to create, they estimated by 2030, it's going to create 170 million new jobs versus 92 million displaced. So the fact is saying, yes, it will be getting rid of some jobs, and we'll talk about that later, some basic manual jobs, but it's going to create 170 million versus the 92 million that it displaced. So in effect, it's creating more jobs. And these are the points you need to look at. Once people start coming, oh, AI is going to mess up the world, it's going to make people lose jobs. You need to look at the facts, right? Yes, some jobs are going to go because AI can do them a lot faster, a lot more speed, and companies are not going to want to keep paying the money when they know that can get AI to do it a lot quicker. But AI is going to create another 170 million. And the question for me and you is, what it's not thinking about, am I going to lose my job, or more, how do I make sure I am take part of that 170 million new jobs? Okay. 84% of knowledge workers already use AI. I think if we went around the room and asked one by one, a lot of people use AI. Whether you're using AI to write your emails or using AI to do your research, everybody at this day right now, to a certain extent, 84% use AI. 71% say AI helps them work faster. I could say that. There are things that used to take me hours to do, and now AI is always open when I'm working because I get things done quicker. Throw things in there, work it out, do the calculation, or rewrite this, write a response to this email. AI allows me to work so fast. AI is like my personal assistant sitting beside me on my desk constantly every day. While I'm talking to you, AI is probably running the script in the background. Okay, when my staff sends me a report, I'm throwing the AI. Put this together and give me the bottom line, or give me the issues from all the report. So I'm speaking to my staff. Okay, I just want to talk about where the problems are. Let's resolve it. Everything else, I know it's working well, quicker. So I'm getting quicker and able to get through a lot more in the day because AI is able to take a lot of my manual process out. And then after the last one, said 91% of organizations are using AI. Nowadays, in the big organizations, some of the clients that we work with, they are already using AI. That is part of the program. Every single one of the clients, they will pay the package for them to have AI access, and they integrating it in. There's a company we did some work for once, and I know that they were rolling AI to all their staff, and they were it was a mandatory training that everybody had to have to use AI as part of the work because they realized it speeded up the process. So you can say that, say, I don't want to use AI, but I can guarantee you, depending on the job you're in or company you're going to, they would be using AI. So my advice to you is get comfortable with AI. Get comfortable by using it in many different points as a goal. So we talk about AI, artificial intelligence. Let's define what it is, right? And we all have these funny ideas. And let's just say off this topic there, AI is not magic. It's not magic. It's not. I don't know what in your part of Africa, or like in the where I've come, they say juju. It's not juju. It's not black magic. It's not some witchcraft. It's not witchcraft. It's a tool. Now, if we want to go biblical and start looking at, we can start reading things in Revelation where we see where the Bible refers to certain things about the statue having been given life and breathing to, and you can see the similarity about how that could be a robot or so forth. And yes, I totally understand that it's part of the truth. We understand that, but we need to understand you have to treat AI like money. Right, money itself is not evil. It's the use and how you deal with it. It's evil. So with AI, it's a tool. How you dispense to deal with it is how you determine to deal with it. AI in the wrong hand can do some crazy thing. There was a report where they gave they gave an AI a task to come up with a what's it called, I think it was a pathogen, it's like a virus. That's the word, a virus. To come a virus, and AI went through and did the test for something that would take years for them to do in a lab. AI done it within days and came up with a virus that could potentially wipe out a whole entire city. That's AI, and that's AI. But they wanted to test with AI in the wrong hand, and that was AI in the wrong hand. Okay, and these are ethical issues that's come up. Can terrorists, can drug lords and things use AI for the wrong thing? Yes, AI can be used for the wrong thing, but in the right hand, AI can use. So AI is a technology that can perform tasks that normally requires human intelligence, right? And but quicker. It understands language, analyzes data, recognizes pattern, does prediction, content generation, process automation, and so on. There's so many use of AI, but it does what human intelligence will do. It's all about learning. AI builds on itself. And the more data you feed it, the more it gets better to understanding you. One of the things I always say to all my staff, everybody, even if you don't have any other AI, have a chat GBT account and feed it all your work, what you're doing, let it respond to your emails. And over time, that account that you have will learn things about you, will learn how you write, and it will start doing things like you were the one doing it. Okay, and that's what myself and the staff have done. We all have an account, and if we feed it certain information concerning our work, concerning what we're doing, and it's able to respond. I might feed something to the AI today, and because I said something about 2 weeks ago, it's going to refer back to it. Like the other day, I said to the AI, "Oh, we need to build a new tank, and the tank needs to take in this amount of water and throw out this water." Then the AI said to me, "Oh, we the last tank we built, we got this wrong, and that happened, whatever. So we need to accommodate it for this." I wasn't even thinking there, but it was thinking ahead and beyond what I was thinking. That's the benefit of AI. Okay, so we need to. AI is there to make productivity and make efficiency for us to move faster, right? The productivity, the challenge with our AI is when we're not having AI, when we're doing things manually, we go to too many meetings, poor communication, lost information, manual reporting, delayed decisions. Things take time because it takes time for humans to process them. Whereas AI can take these things and speed them up. In business, in ministry, efficiency is key. In business, for me, I only have a certain period of day, and with my hands and in so many things, I need fast response. But I need fast response, and I need good answers. And so I'm expecting that when you're giving me a certain information, make sure it's correct. But now, if I can take the information you give me and I've thrown it to AI, let it spit back to me the correct information and give me the right data for me to make the right choices. Further on, I'm going to give you an example of some of how we are using AI in some of the agriculture stuff we're doing, and how it's helped me to be able to fast track a lot of issues. It's about working smarter, not harder. I know this is a picture of a guy on a bike with all these kids. He's working harder, may not be safe, but he's been smart. He's got everybody there, one journey, rather than going back, picking up one, or paying more money to have them. He's put everybody in one and making the journey quicker. AI helps you to work smarter, not harder. If you're going to any company, you need to ask yourself, how can I utilize or leverage AI to work smarter, not harder? Because your company, your boss doesn't care about you working harder. That's not there. So you're sitting there working from 9 all day to 9 p.m. thinking you're impressing somebody. No. They want you to work smarter and deliver results. I don't care how long it takes. If it took you half an hour, as long as the results that you lay on my desk is helping me to move better. I always tell everybody that's in their career, your job, right, is for you to do the job the employer is giving you, but also to make your boss look good. And if I can use AI to do my job and make my boss look good, then you're doing well. You'll go far because your boss is going to value you and want you to move forward. But if you're adding pressure to your boss, you're not helping. So if I've employed you to be, I don't know, to be an office administrator, but you're coming to me every minute asking me, how do we do this? How do we do that? How do we that? After a while, I'm going to get frustrated because I've employed you to do the job, but you're constantly asking me, so what's the point? But if you're just taking AI to sit there and feeding all the information, all the tasks you're doing, it would have helped you to be able to get to where you need to do. It's about how can I work smarter. The other day we're setting up a new what's called IP system for internet on a farm somewhere, and I had to the guys needed to configure some gateway boxes. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a what's called network specialist. But do you know what? I keyed into AI and I gave it a specification, everything, and it gave me step-by-step stuff, instructions how to set it up, and we set it up. That was AI. I learned something new, but I did not want to sit there reading through the manual. AI gave me the instructions and showed me how to do it. Today I always tell, when staff comes to me, I don't know how to do it. I always go and find out, meaning put it in AI, right? So these are some of the key areas that we know that AI creates values in things. So administrative, I was talking about administrative task, research, information gathering, content creation, and data analysts, right? The key point is you want to do less work. When I say less work, I mean less time doing the work, but better decisions, increase higher productivity. That's like how I told you before. They give me the staff, give me the data. Whereas before, I had to sit there and manually go through all the report, look at the numbers, marry things up, check there, what happened there, what happened there. I take the data that they give me, I plug into AI, give me the top numbers, and highlight where there's errors and where there's things, attention that we need to address. And it spits out. So I focus on where we need to address. When I'm speaking to investors or management boards, I say, okay, here's the report, highlight the great points and that we need to flag that we're doing so well. And then the areas that we say, gives me that report. And I can, when I'm going into the meeting, I've already had my PA, which is my AI, give me a one sheet paper of headlines. So when I'm sitting there, I'm talking to the management, say, these are the great points that these are achievement compared to last year or last month. This is what we've done. And these are the areas. All the data is there. I don't need to sit there and flick through so many data upon data upon data. It's great, it's needed, but as long as I can feed the system with that data, my job's a lot easier. And I go into the meeting looking like a big boss, a big person that's been looking over data so long, whereas I just put it all into one go. Okay, less time, better decision, increase higher productivity. I mean, get the data in. Let the AI crunch numbers and do it. So what I want to do, I want to go through some practical careers that use AI. And then while I'm doing this, if you can put your career wherever you are on the chat, and then after I want to use that as an example, and I'll try and see how you yourself can use the AI as your thing. So there's three professions there: human resource manager, business analyst, and a software developer. We'll start with a human. So these are the things that the human resource are: drafting job specification, description, screening CVs. Do you know that a lot of the CVs that you submit online at the moment is probably an AI that's screening through them to give to the human resource? The human resource is not going to sit there. One job online could probably fetch over 100 CVs submitting it. So think about it. You're submitting your CV for 100 in 100 people. And so what makes your CV stand out? So now your CV writing has to change. It has to change in a way to ensure that AI will recognize and pull you out from the rest, from the mass data. And what's the AI looking for? It's looking at the job title and looking, okay, this job title says, I don't know, business analyst. So it's looking through your thing to see if you match the title of the job and the job descriptions. So you have to, it's not gone are the times where I'll say that just take your CV and mass send it out to everybody. No, if you're really, really keen for a particular job, take your CV and modify it to fit that role and submit it. Because that's the way that the AI is going to recognize it. The AI is looking for keywords, is looking for, did you have an experience in that particular software or that tool or something? These are the things that they're doing. So a human resource is not going to sift through 100 emails. It's going to tell the AI, give me the top 10 CVs on this that match this job description. And the AI is going to spit it out and give it to the human resource manager, and then they're going to take it from there. Okay, they use the AI to create the interview questions, AI to create employee onboard materials, training content, and employee engagement survey. They use the AI to do a lot of things to speed up their process, so they can spend more time doing what they need to do, managing people rather than writing documents. Okay, so if you're in human resources and you're spending your time laboring over document upon document, in fact, this morning somebody sent me a contract for a lease of somewhere, and then it was quite a long, lengthy one, and I didn't have time. I just threw it to the AI. I said, okay, the AI understands the company, understands why we wanted the lease and everything. Okay, go through this lease and highlight for me where certain areas that I need to be concerned about I need to flag. And it pulled out 10 points from the contract that it would have taken me time to read through the contract. It pulled it out, and then I said, okay, give me a recommendation of how we should restructure the contract to do what, and it wrote it out. Now write an email that I can send back to the landlord to rewrite the contract to me. I wrote the email. So I had the email, I had the concerns, and I had what I wanted to restructure the contract in, sent it to him. That took me 15 minutes. Whereas before, I'd have to manually sit and read through the contract or send it to my lawyer to read through the contract and have to pay him a large amount. But this time, I just threw it in. The AI gave it to me in 15 minutes, gave it to the landlord. They came back, made a few changes, gave me the contract. Now I have a final good contract. Now I can give it to my lawyer and I'm paying him less money, whereas I would have to pay him lots of money for constant revision. But now, just for final check, you can review it. AI. So the human resource doesn't have to do all that labor, man. Throw it in. Business analyst, and this is my area because definitely I'm a business analyst at the core as well. Constant. I remember back in the days we were writing requirements, writing documentation, writing user stories, creating process maps, and these things took forever because you'd be sitting there in meetings with one person, sitting in a meeting with another person, and you go back, you write everything, you draw it out, then you call everybody in the room, you draw it, and that was very, very time consuming. But now I go into a meeting, the Zoom or whatever Google Meet meeting is recorded by AI. I now can freely just talk, and now so the question, I'm not worried about taking notes. Let the AI do that, take the notes for me. I'm not saying wait, I need to write this down. Let the AI, and when I'm speaking, I'm conscious that the AI is then I use it, and I always say things like, okay, just so that action points for the note taking, we're going to do 1, B, C, and D, and I say it so the AI captures this. So when it's comes back now, I tell it, give me a summary detail of the meeting, gives me a summary detail, what are the actions, we've written that. Then I take that, then I can now go back and write the requirements. Now, don't think that the AI is going to do everything. You have to, because remember, the AI will think based on your command. I have to know what I want to do. I know the process. So I draw out the process as best as I can, and I write some of the requirement, but my one doesn't have to be, and I give it now, correct, and flesh this out. So where I might have written half a page for a requirement, which is decent and detailed, now the AI can now spread it out and flesh it out. Once it's spread out and flesh it out for me and give me now 2 pages, I can now read it to ensure that everything that is on there is correct. And oftentimes, not everything's correct. So I have to take things out, move this out. But what it's done is it's made my work a lot more faster. What would take me an hour now takes me, 30 or even 15 minutes, because it's helping me to quickly process data. It's summarizing, it's gathering. I use Lucid Chart and I draw a process and everything. Then after I finish, I get a second eye. I throw into AI, check this process and let me know if I've missed out something. And it goes through the process and it flags back things for me. Sometimes half the things flagged, I say, no, I don't need that. That's not correct. I don't need that. And I take the things. AI, so it's not AI's taking over my role, but AI is working beside me. AI is like my assistant, helping me to do things a lot more quicker and then double checking the work I've done. As a business analyst, you should be able to move more. So now I spend most of my time in meetings, discussing solutions, discussing ideas and things like that and how to move forward. That's what AI in the business is. And then after we go to the software developer, I remember when AI first came out, and people were saying developers are going to be faded away, and you don't. It's not correct to go into them. I totally disagree. I don't think that's good. You need to know how to still code. You need to understand the basics of it. We recently developed a software. So one of my guys, who's a website designer, and he decided that, you know what, there's a software where we was doing some task manually, and he decided he's going to use AI to create the website and create the software to manage the tool. It did what everything it was going to do, but then I wanted additions. I wanted to change, because when you build a software, that's not the end of it. It has to keep moving. So the AI couldn't do some of the changes. It was getting it wrong. And then after, I said, let's get our developer in and let him do the minor changes. So the system flow now for us is get the AI to build it, but then get our developers now come in and start making the changes and fixing things up. So it's now the AI and our developers working together. I personally do not think at the moment, till I wait to see somebody correct me, to build a full software, development software, not website, I'm talking about a software that does something that's solely fully built on AI on its own without no issues. So for a developer, generate your code. You can read it, correct it, code review, your bug detection, writing unit tests, document creation. All these things are things that you can still do, but the AI can do them a lot more quicker, and you're doing it. I know a guy who does that at the moment. He's a developer, and AI. He has about 4 AI agents working doing his development. So he says he has a team of developers, which are his AI, but he's the one, the architect, managing everything together. So again, to flag it, it's about working in conjunction with the AI and not just you. Oh wow, time is really gone, and I really want to make sure that I get some. Okay, let me just quickly give you, please, if you can write on the chat where you work, or and we can try and use your example as a how you can integrate AI in your career, or just throw it in there, then I can use that. So as I was saying that I use AI in agriculture. So there's a farm. We have a farm, and in that farm we're doing catfish. And at the beginning, when we went, because before we started, we went to a lot of farmers and catfish farms to see how they were doing, and it was very manual. They will sort the catfish, they will count them manually, they will do, and then I was looking at the reporting, it's all documentation. And then when I was asking them, okay, how do you know when your forecast? We know the forecast is going to be in this amount of time. So do you have an idea of how much you can make? No, they could. It was just very that there was no data. So I said to the guys, look, guys, I want to do this differently. I want us to build an AI that could be able to respond to all these things. So in the back end on the farm, the staff on there, every day they feed in data. How many fish died? What's the feed that they gave? How many did they change? Every day there's a data. And then after in the office, the staff is taking that data and then feeding it into the system. And we built a system. Now that system, I look on the dashboard, that system gives me forecasts. It tells me when the harvest is for each tank. It tells me the potential amount the profit we're going to make. It tells me if there's an issue, if a tank, the growth speed on one tank is lower. So I can now tell the guys on tank 2 that is growing slow. Go and check what is there a problem? The system will tell me which tank has water change being very late. They haven't done the water change in how many days. Is allowing us to look at the dashboard and have a real time of what's going on. I don't have to be on the farm to be able to look at it, because the report they're feeding in is telling us. And that's one use of AI. AI hasn't taken the job of the guys on this farm. AI is only allowing management to know what's going on and predict the harvest. At this point, I can tell, based on what's around, how much the value of the stock we have on farm, how much the value of the stock we have in feed. I can say all in one go just looking at the board, and it was built by AI. Again, that's a very a perfect example. So these are ways that we use and you can use to be able to get to where you need to get to. Now, quickly, because of time, AI, there's certain things that AI cannot replace. Leadership, again, AI cannot replace leadership. It can replace vision, wisdom, relationship, creativity, emotional intelligence, ethics. These are things that, and this is the point where I say AI cannot replace you. It can only work alongside you. The key point is now you need to make sure you add value in your company in one of these areas. As a leader, you provide leadership, you provide vision, wisdom, creativity. AI is not, it can't, the creativity mind of a human being, AI cannot do it. I don't know if you guys have asked AI to do some drawing, but it doesn't draw, and you find out that the man on the drawing has got 6 fingers or something's wrong. You will see when an AI has done it, because it's not a human. It's not perfect to where it needs to get to. AI cannot replace you. AI is there to work beside you. Human intelligence plus AI equals greater results. All right. Thanks for those who are pointing out. I'm going to come back on those. And so, how do you get started in your career with AI? First of all, you have to identify the repetitive task. What are the tasks that you do today that are just repetitive. You do them in day out, and they're just simple. Put in data, get a result. Like entering data. There's a task that we do every day when the teams they send the size of the feed that they give each tank, the amount of feed, the weight of it, if any fish died, what tank they changed the water. All this as data, and they send it to the office, and then somebody just puts it in. These are repetitive tasks each day. So we're trying to build an AI that they just take that, they just drop it in, and the data just does what it needs to do into it without somebody manually enter it in. Identify that task. Is it an email that you're constantly writing in every day? Is it find that repetitive task that you do in, day out, weekly, and find out how you can use AI to speed that up. Many AI tools, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini. Find one and stick to one and use it to start with, and then build up. Master one and then build up. Okay, all of these have free account period for a certain amount, or even a ChatGPT has a basic one, or you can pay for the one, which you can do a lot more. There's a lot more benefit if you can afford it. Do that. Then automate that small task. Automate one of the tasks, whether it's your email writing, whether it's your research. Automate that one piece to start and let it be speeding up. Then measure the results. See the results and then learn from it. How do I improve it going forward? And it's a loop. So identify, take one tool, automate the process, measure it, learn from it, and come back again. And then keep adding more and more process. By the time you realize it, as you start, you've got a whole what's called list that your AI is doing for you. Okay, and somebody's got secretary in there. Perfect example, secretary. If I, as a secretary, I will have an AI that can dictate. When I say dictate, you're recording all the meetings. If you go into a Zoom meeting, if you go to even your phone, you have the AI app on your phone and you record the meeting. Once it's record the audios, tell it transcribes everything. It transcribes it, types it for you. Things that will take you a long time, take you be a lot quicker. They tell you to, you might be a secretary and you need to plan flights from one country to another. Type into AI. I need my boss to go from location A to location B. I need them to receive there at this time. Plan out the journey. Give me the flights or whatever. And it's planned out. What you now have got to do is go and book it. Okay? These are things. If your boss says something's happening or so forth on that he's going to meet somebody, these are it allows you to forward think as well. Your boss is going to meet a new client. Okay, use AI. Tell me who the management, who the people this client is, something they like. So you're feeding your boss these information without them asking, like, oh, you've done more work. Okay, it can really, really help you to move forward. I'm very, very conscious of time. Okay, so the question we need to understand is the greatest risk is not that AI will replace people. The greatest risk is that people who use AI will replace people who don't. And I'll repeat that. The greatest risk is not that AI will replace people. The greatest risk is that people who use AI will replace people who don't. Because if those people who use AI are going to get results faster and better, they're going to move forward in their career. They're going to be more noticed. AI is not just a technology trend. It is a workforce transformation. It is transforming the workforce. The job of the future will belong to people who work alongside AI. Continuous learning and reskilling are no longer optional, but they are essential. You have to. So it's no longer the days where you go to university and you come out, that's it, I'm going to start with. No, learning continues, goes on and on, because we're moving at such a fast pace. What used to work back in the days doesn't work no more, or it's changed. As I'm getting older, I'm seeing these young guys come in into the industry with all these great and crazy ideas. I'm like, wow, these guys are hot on my tail. Yes, I used to think that experience, when I say experience, long experience makes really helps. But if you're going to a company and you've got long experience, but you're not coming with no new ideas, now these guys are coming up, you're going to be played out this game. We have to consistently learn and adapt. Amen. Efficiency and productivity. A good rule of thumb is that AI can often help professionals complete in 30 minutes what previously took 2 to 3 hours, allowing them to focus more on decision-making, creativity, relationship building, and leadership. Amen. The goal is to finish your work quicker. Amen. Leveraging AI and technology for efficiency and productivity is the goal. If you're on here and you haven't started using it, Today, get an AI account. Start with ChatGPT, the most basic one, and start seeing it, how you use it. Have it open as you do your work. Have it open. Even if it's basic, you know what? Take the email that you've got, put it to the AI, write a response to this saying, I don't want this. Also, the AI will construct it for you. Take the email. What would it take you time to start thinking, oh, let me delete that word? AI would have done it in 10 seconds, copy and paste, and you've moved on. You saved yourself time. It's about saving time so you can do what needs to be done. Okay. I think I've covered some of the software engineer, the operational, the banking, insurance, technology. These are things that's already using AI. Really, when you're talking about the banking and the insurance and even the investment, I remember there was once we were looking at some stocks and shares, especially in Nigeria. And after I said to AI, give me the list of all the shares that are high dividends paid and who are going to pay dividends in the next few months or so. Now, this is a task that would have taken me a long time to do, but the AI spat that back to me very, very quickly and was able to take that and then decide which one we wanted to go to. And then obviously I saw my secretary. So there's so much we can go in there. There's a way that you can use the AI to get to where you are. Okay. All right. I because I'm conscious of time, hence why I wanted to really round up there. So, okay. Okay, I'll stop sharing. Right. So,
Yes.
Sylvia, I think you're on mute.
No, I have a question.
Okay, go
Mine
ahead
is
then,
not.
sir. Go ahead, sir. Go on. So, your name, please, and then just let us know where you're calling from as well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hafis Raji.
Yes.
My name is Dickens the Great from Kenya, Africa, and I want to understand something here. I'm also one of those consumers of this AI thing, but then there are time when they were actually introducing it, and they were saying how fast this thing is and how it will chase away people from industry. But I've tried to understand what you've shared. But then I want now to understand this part. You've talked about farm. You've talked about okay, let's just come to physical things, physical. Leave alone there are those that you share, those who are emotional and like leadership, those who leave alone those who are. Let's now come to physical stuff, things like farming, things like driving, things like even flying aeroplane. Now, tell me, sir, how do I use an AI in such particular thing? Do you require an AI to give instruction on how to do it, or how is AI really coming in? And even using that same knowledge when you're going back to rural, I don't know if you have you can understand what rural means now that you've stayed in state for that long. But when you come to Africa, you'll understand that, right? So yeah, how can we be able to use that AI in that essence? That's the first question. Second question, if you're noting it down, second question is, what if you are so, when you do something every now and then, you master it? Yeah. In business, there's what we call division and specialization of labor.
Yeah.
So when you do something over time, you master this thing. Yeah. And once you master this thing, definitely you know the time you normally use to do it with. So you are not always out of the time. So how will still AI come in to ensure that you are not affected? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my question. And thank you so much, Kenya. We love you.
Thank you. So first of all, let me just make sure. I hope you haven't. I might need you to clarify. So you're saying, how do I use AI in the rural area? So when you say rural area, if I'm in Kenya, Uganda, is that what you mean, or you mean when I come away from the city and I go into the deep rural area with
interior?
Interior,
those interior part. Okay, in Africa, most cities, they have light, they have those technology.
Okay,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
you see in internet.
Okay,
that's what you normally
okay.
see in internet.
Yes,
but in
yes.
the rural area, you don't see that. So
Okay.
now you're going into such place. Yes.
Okay. So I'll give you a perfect example myself. So we have land in Nigeria. So with the Nigeria, so which is not in the land. The land is not in the city. It's not even in. So when people hear Nigeria, they tend to think of Lagos or Abuja. But Nigeria is bigger than those two. There's so many other places that you may know. So there's but the land is not in the
Yes.
cities, in a rural area. In fact, the place that the land is in, there's no telephone reception. It's very, very, very limited. So when we was doing the construction and stuff and everything, I knew that I needed some form of internet there. So what did I do? I bought a Starlink. I did not wait for the government. I bought a Starlink satellite, put it on the system, pointed the satellite, everything was resolved. And now I can have internet, and then I had solar panel access and everything there. So everything I would have in the city, I had it there. Listen, there's always a way. And I know we might be thinking that's going to cost money and so forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, which is understandable. But until the
It's
information comes to that side,
amazing.
that of rural area, there's nothing you can do. But there's always a way. There's always a way. There's no way we can get past the fact that that rural area doesn't have the infrastructure. That's the word I'm looking for, infrastructure. But if you have the means to create the infrastructure, you can do it. Starlink satellite doesn't. It's not. It's not groundbreaking money. Okay, you can do it. Even if one person can't do it, a group of you come together and get it in that area, and then you can share it. Everybody in the community can use it. So now in the area that we're in, the community can have internet, whereas they didn't have it no more. That's one way when you're dealing with it. I like you to listen to everybody. Rather than think that something is a stumbling block, let's think this is opportunity for us to be able to provide and get something over. If I was in that position that this was a rural area and there's no internet, it means that I'm not the only person with the internet. I will buy the Starlink and I will now start renting it and leasing it out to other people. And over time, the Starlink will pay for itself, and I'm still using it, and everybody's benefiting from it. That's number one. Number two, your question was about mastering. That you've doing something so long, and now you've become a master of it. If I understand what you're saying is, then what do I need AI for if I already become a master of it? Is that correct? Have I got that correct, sir?
Oh yes, you got it. You get it correct. To answer it even better, let's come. Now you're smiling. Oh my goodness. Now, you guys
Yeah.
need to bring me the. I'm so expensive anyway. So okay, get the question on that part of mastering. I'm a host.
Mhm.
Normally, I'm a
Yeah.
host. I'm a host. I have a podcast.
Okay.
So I
Nice.
want to I want to use AI now. Instead of me hosting that show, I just bring a guest
Ooh,
and then
oh,
AI do that.
okay.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to help you.
You've gone very advanced now. You've gone very advanced now. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Because
Yeah.
what you need to what it can be done. But what you now need to do, you can't do it on the free ChatGPT one, because what you now need to do is create an avatar that will respond to you and be able to read the text and then do an audio. Yeah, it can be done. It can be done, but it's not a basic task. You've now gone to a different level. That AI, you definitely have to pay big money for, because what you've done is you create an avatar and you want the avatar to do what you would do and interview the person, which is possible. It can be done. But why would you want to do that though? Why, if I'm in an interview, we're here now, it will not feel right me talking. Imagine rather than having Sylvia there as a host, but then there's an AI, all of you will not, you'll find it boring. That it's not really. So sometimes AI may not, it may be easy and fast, but is it really the best things to do? And these are things that where I say AI cannot fully take over a human being.
Oh, thank you, sir, man. You need to come to my podcast. Thank you. God bless you.
Definitely send the link. We'll share it. Thank you. Great, great. Okay,
Thank
was there another question? So go ahead, Sylvia. Yeah.
thank you very much, Raji, and thank you very much, Dickens, for that engagement and that question. Wow, that was quite a conversation right there. And I liked what you said, that the greatest risk is not AI replacing people, but the greatest risk is the people who use AI replacing those who don't. And I think that was powerful. I think that was really powerful. If you have more questions, if there are any more questions, you can either put up your hand or you can write your question in the chat, and Mr. Raji will be sure to answer it. In the meantime, as we wait for other questions to come in, I'm a software engineer and as you can guess, we really use AI a lot these days. Though for me, I started writing code way before AI became very common in the Ugandan space. But these days there are people who have gone to the university and they've been using AI right from the start. So my question is, sometimes when you're using AI a lot, even something that you could do on your own, these days you find that you want to use AI. And many times with my colleagues at work, we worry, to what extent does AI, reduce creativity or innovation for the things that because there are some regular things we could do on our own, but every time you're like, AI, what is 1+1? And AI is like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how do we use AI to help us be more efficient and productive without losing the productivity? Because somebody said that many years from today, there are many people who will not be using their brain to think, but
Yeah.
AI is
Yeah.
doing for them everything. So how do we balance
Yeah.
that?
You're right, and do you know what? That is a very, very true statement because sometimes I do find myself like that and just throw it, AI quickly do it, and it's because you just want time to quickly move forward. I'll give an example. I mean, like it's about discipline. I think that's the key word. Is like discipline. It's the same way when at the moment in Australia and in UK and I think EU they're having this debate about social media and young children, and they want to ban it for some people. Whether is social media a bad thing? Well, it just depends on the use of it. Okay, so and it goes back to AI. I think it's all down to you as a personal individual about how you discipline yourself to make sure that you get the right balance. My advice to anybody is in it. The key. It's all about the key goal. The key goal is I need my time. You know what? Me. My time is valuable. Whatever I can do that will give me back time, I'm going to do it. So getting AI to write that email for me, quick. Getting AI to do that calculation for me, quick. That's the key. My goal, my main, most important thing is my time, 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 time. So, so I have to get the balance between that. That is this saving me time, or am I just really being lazy using AI? Then I don't. But the key point, as I keep saying, it's all about you have to be disciplined yourself. You have to be disciplined. And I love the fact that you said you're a developer. I'm hoping that a lot of developers in Africa as a whole will make use of this in right because one of the key I've worked with a lot of developers in Africa and India and USA and UK, and one of the things I found that the discipline in when people writing their code wasn't there as in the discipline as in UK. Okay, so what I'm hoping is now that the people in Africa, my brothers and sisters in Africa, are using AI to write their codes, that AI will now start helping them to restructure and be more disciplined in how they write their codes to meet the standard in the UK. Because there's so much time we want to take work to Africa, but then the client will tell us, no, I don't want it done in Africa. I want it done in another country, in Eastern European or something like that. So I'm hoping that they will use AI to really help them to bring their game up. AI, if it's not bringing your game up, if it's not helping you to be more productive, then you're wasting your time, really. So in short, to answer your question, it's about you discipline yourself, really.
All right. Thank you very much. Do we have another question? Okay, I don't see a hand up. I don't see any question either in the chat.
What we can do, we can look at the in the chat. There was somebody that said
I have.
Okay, go ahead.
Bonabana, sorry. When you talk about stuff to do with AI technology, man, you get to my world, yeah? So, Mr. Hafis Raji.
Yes, sir.
There's a critical question that the madam has asked you whether, I mean, with time, because of AI is taking much of bigger percentage of the world, whether people will be, I mean, the brain will be dormant and all those things. Yeah, because if I can do everything AI, if I think of this AI, if I think of that, you don't know, even people reach a point where they think they forget of who they are. So yeah, of course, So how do you ensure that even though we engage this platform, but still who you are, do not erase?
Again, again, it's down to discipline. I'll give you we have two children, and they just getting ready for university. They've been studying, and one of the key challenges that we were thinking as parents is like there's two things: there's social media and AI. Those are the two things as a big challenges, and we had to make sure we try to protect them, because you don't want to, as a parent, totally shut them from that world, because they go out and their friends are talking about it, those are talking about it, but you want to try and make sure you have a balance. So we limited the amount of time they spent on social media, but AI at home was totally banned. It was not something that you had, like, because we wanted you to study, to think and use your brain. Don't rely on AI. So you had to force it. So it's a discipline we try to keep to them, and we're hoping as they grow, they will keep that discipline. But then as adults and those in the world, everybody is trying to move forward. I think this is going to be one of the main challenges that AI is gonna cause, about people losing their identity. And AI is, before in marketing, you used to send mass marketing out. You send flyers and batters out. But then when marketing elevated to a personalized one, marketing was more about, Sylvia, what was you looking at on the internet? What did you talk about last? Those are the things I'm looking at. Then I'm going to market that to you. So I'm not bringing mass market, I'm bringing personalized market to you. And you can see AI is going to evolve to that, where you're going to have an AI, that your AI is about you, and it will think like you, it will talk like you, will do things like you. That's the direction we're going into. I'll be able to sit there and you can write an email, and my AI should be able to respond to that email based on all the activity without me having even to do anything. That's the direction. Now, people are going to get lost. People are going to think, because it's like a drug, the pandemic. But for us as believers and as Africans, as you say, that we need to get to a point where we balance it. We use AI to elevate ourselves. But about people getting lost, that's the bit that is a ethical challenge that governments and policies going to have to find a place. We're still dealing with today. Social media companies are getting fined because people are committing suicide. So who's really responsible? I have social media have a platform, and people are going on there and committing suicide because of the content and things they see. And then the governments are saying it's the social media's fault because they should have banned that. So who's right and who's wrong? These are the kind of dilemmas and some of the ethics that we're going to have to deal with as AI evolves more and more and more.
Yeah, what you mentioned is really paramount. And I think the issue of ethics is really important, and discipline when it comes to the use of AI. And Goretti is raising an important conversation I think we should have on AI and confidentiality. She says that at times I want to summarize minutes, but AI gets access to all your information. And I think let's have a conversation around that. How, as we try to leverage AI to help us write emails and, summarize documents and all this, how do we make sure we maintain confidentiality and data privacy? Because we don't want people now just throwing in company.
Yeah, you're right. And this is a very important area. And depending on the company you work for, I just want to make sure I put this caveat. When you go to a company, you need to make sure you follow their policies on how they use AI. Most companies now have policies. For instance, there's a company I work with, and they don't use ChatGPT. They use solely Copilot, and Copilot is part of their package. I can't take any of their work and put it in another. I have to use their AI. But they've also made it very confidential. Like there's certain key informations that you can't put in, certain things. So you have to be very, very mindful of what you're sharing on the AI system. And I was doing. One of the things I do as well is, although I have, as I said, I have a paid version of ChatGPT, and every now and again I go back and I delete and totally wipe things off. And as far as I know, it doesn't store it and keep if I've deleted it. So you have to just be very careful rather than just dumping information on there. But I always say to people that look, right, there's there if anybody, government, organization wanted to get information on you, they will find it. They will get
Yeah.
you. Every time you're online, you're leaving footprints of everything you're doing, no matter what. So we just have to be very, very careful what you're doing. Bottom line is follow the rules and the policies and regulations that the company you work for have. So when you start your job, ask them what is their policies on AI usage. They will tell it. If it's a big organization, they will let you know this is what we permit and this is the tool we use and this is the ones we don't use. And then stick by that. If you stick by that, you should be okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Today we've spoken about leveraging AI for efficiency and productivity. And some people might be thinking, what's the future in terms of work for somebody who might want to get into the space of AI? What options might they look into beyond just leveraging AI with what they already have?
So you're saying that somebody who wants to get into AI as a developer, or saying that they just want to use AI for their work?
It could be either way. What are the
Okay,
opportunities that are
got you.
there in terms of contributing to AI? Because there's one thing that I've been thinking about as Africans, many times we think in terms of consuming what's already there.
Yeah,
How can we think in terms of contributing
sure.
to how AI is shaping up and how it's evolving?
Yeah,
If you could comment
yeah.
on.
I think that's really good. That's really good. And I like that point as Africans that we need to change our mindset from consumers to be contributing and producing. There's a guy that works for me, a very very smart, intelligent guy. I remember we were discussing some about a project for staff one point, and then I just got into a conversation asking him what he does or what he's doing over the weekend. He told me he was working on a project. So then I was more intrigued. Like, let me tell me about this project. What he had done was he had used AI to create a application for school as a school management. Although there's many few ones out there, but he took his because he went to do work for them and he saw they had a problem, and he took AI and he created a platform for them to manage a task that they were doing. That for me was great, and I was like, yeah, let's encourage that. You need to go and do that more. So he saw a problem and he used AI to resolve it. Africa has lots of problems. We have lots of problems. But I don't see them as problems. I see them as opportunities. It's
Yeah.
a gold mine. There's so many. Even you in your life, sit there and think, how can I use AI? Because if you're having that challenge, somebody somewhere is having that challenge. If you solve a problem, it's a pipeline for wealth to come your way. So rather than thinking, what can I eat? Think about what can I produce. I think AI coming in as giving people access and leverage to really, especially in Africa, I should say, to really, really pull people up from where they are. Okay. If you don't do nothing, just go and study. Somebody just talked about their podcast and how they can use AI to do their reporting with. There's so many aspects. If they already got a podcast, AI can be leveraged to do so many things around it. Find a way, just thinking outside the box. How can I use AI to move things forward? Remember what I said earlier on, find one task that you repeat all the time, plug it in, and let that move you forward. I don't think anybody, if you might be sitting there thinking, I'm not a tech savvy person, I don't know tech, I'm not, that's the benefit of AI. You don't need, just as I said, get a ChatGPT account, learn that, and get it to do the basic thing for you. And as over time, even tell AI, these are some of the problems I have. Give me a business idea that I can use for and it will come out with business ideas for you. Okay. AI allows you to think. It's like having 100 people looking at your problem, trying to come up with a solution for it. Okay. AI can be used in so many ways. You do not have to be a tech. And if you're a student ready to say, I'm trying to think of the next career or what do I want to go to university to study for, AI is there. AI is there. You don't even have to go. You can do it online. You can learn online and learn to do. If you do AI in your language, you're in the right career for the next future, next wave that's coming through. So for me, when we talk AI, I see so many endless possibilities of what somebody can do. Whether you're a tech person or you're not a tech person, AI can help to be able to help you advance your career.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Hafis. I don't see any other questions in the chat. Maybe if you have some
Yeah,
final
yeah, I just
remarks.
wanted to touch on somebody. I think it's Sarah. She said the emergency room doctor, emergency physician, and I'm guessing that she works in a hospital. And I think in Africa as a whole, this is an area where I think AI will definitely could be coming into could be seen as a thing, which I haven't seen any people use it as much. So this is an idea I'm throwing at anybody because somebody could just go and jump on it. Um, the health system in Africa to a certain degree is a bit disfragmented. Okay, let me just focus on what I know. Nigeria is a bit having a central point like we have in the UK, where there's a central way it's called the NHS, where the data's in one, and any doctor from anywhere in the country can pull from it. So building a system where it's your central, everybody's medical record is in one place, right? And then the governments can feed into it, everybody can feed into it. It allows. So God forbid anything happens to me in Kenya, and a doctor picks up my the system and goes into my has all my medical records on that one system, regardless whether I'm in Kenya, whether I'm in Nairobi, whether I'm in Lagos, or whether I'm in Botswana, wherever I am, that one medical record will be able to tell the doctor of everything, my blood type, well, my allergies, everything. Just put it. That for me is amazing to have, like for in as an Africa as a whole. That's a game changer. Now I know there's many political or policies and things to cross over because of all the regions, but again, that's the beauty of trying something new. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Okay, so there's so many. I can go down that list and come up with ideas for each and every single one of those. There's opportunities is endless. Somebody said the system is being built to currently in one area. Yeah, yeah. So the key point is about AI is about big data, reading the big data and coming up with patterns and response and things for you at the end of the day. And that's it. So to try and round up as an end note, we're in an era where Africa must definitely rise. Africa has the opportunity and the tools to rise. Africa has all the resources, and slowly, I think Africa is sort of stirring with all the things that's happening across the breadth and thing of Africa at the moment. But the key thing is, what part would you play in this? And that's the key point. Rather than think on a silo of, oh, me and my family, think about what contribution can I add, right? What contribution can I add? And that's the key thing that each of us was thinking about. What contribution can I add to make a global what difference to where I'm going? If you haven't heard nothing tonight, hear this. Where you are, what one task can I take that's repetitive, that takes me time? Can I put in an AI tool to work alongside me to make it speed quicker? That's your homework. Find that one. Once you find that's your step one, once you've got that, you can now start moving up. But as I said, if you didn't hear nothing, find out one task that you know I can put in AI and let that speed. And if that saves you 30 minutes a day, you've got about 30 minutes of time that you're giving away to work that you have now to learn something new. Okay, that will be my closing remark.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Raji. And we've really had a fantastic session with you. And I believe everyone has gone away with something that can help them change how they are working in terms of efficiency and productivity, no matter the field we are in. And for me, one of the things that has stood out is the fact that AI is not about replacing human beings. It's about helping us work faster. And how can we contribute to this technology that's changing the way that we are doing things, because we have so many problems in the world, but also in Africa. So how can we be contributors in leveraging AI to solve these problems? Thank you very much, Mr. Raji. You've left us with a lot of food for thought for us in our different professions.
Thank you.
I'll request somebody to give us a vote of thanks for Mr. Raji. Dickens, maybe, or anybody else, a vote of thanks, and then we'll bring this to a close.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Hey, Sylvia, thank you so much. I like how Ugandan people smile. You are smiling so great. Is that the food joy in Uganda?
Sorry.
Oh, you are laughing again. My goodness, I need to come there. You guys need to plan for my passport. Oh my goodness. So anyway, thank you guys so much. It's been a great honor. I mean, this is a conversation that should be ongoing. There is what we always know about AI, but then there is still an information that is missing in between there, Mr. Hafis Raji. So you can imagine this is just a Zoom link that we have today, but then how many billions who are still yet to discover, to understand, or even some people who are doing things, they're using AI, but it's only that they do not know that is actually AI they're using. So this is an information that should actually reach to each and everyone. And so therefore, I welcome all of you in Kenya. We can plan, have a physical day. I'll hire a hall so you guys can come and have this conversation, keep going. And just like I said before, Mr. Hafis, Raji, Sylvia, and of course, the person who invited me here, Mr. Paul Paul Wafula, I want to be so grateful. I've actually learned, I've sent it also. I've taken some notes through screenshotting just to share with so many young people back here at home. I hope that the next meeting we still continue with the AI, at least part 2, part 3, up to part 5. By the time we clocked at part 5, would have reached to a certain goal that at least Kenya today, we can use AI even in terms of demonstration. I wanted to just ask that question, but it's not for today. How do you use AI in demonstrating? How do you use AI, in all those things? So we can come, we share, and we learn. Thank you so much, Hafiz, Raji. Before you go, please let us know how we can get in online so that we can ask you those personal questions that perhaps we have. Your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Let us know how we can get to you, reach out to you there. It will be amazing. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. And the easiest way is probably through LinkedIn. So you can find me on LinkedIn. Just my name, Hafis Raji. It's easily there. Or if you want direct email, if you can email me at hafis.raji@soulrising.com. As I said, I spoke about Soul Rising. It's the African project development arm that we do in Africa. It'd be great for you to even see that and see some of this work we're doing in Africa, especially in Kenya. Kenya is a beautiful country, and we're doing a lot there as well. So it's either Hafis Raji on LinkedIn or hafis.raji@soulrising.com.
Thank you so much. This is my first app here. This is how I look like. Thank you. God bless you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dickens. There's a question on what courses are available online on AI. If you can quickly comment on that, Mr. Hafis.
Okay. Yes, I don't know of any courses that I should indirectly point it out, but these are easy to get. I would say advise you to start on YouTube. Do a search on YouTube for basic starting of what's called AI, because that's free, of course. But then after, when you're ready to go to the paid versions, there's loads of sites that you can look online to pay for them. But before you start paying, I always say to people, take the free ones on YouTube. Google YouTube, and do you know what? Get an AI and type in, I want to learn AI coding. Let the AI teach you itself. Okay, that's the easy, and the AI will point you in the right direction. But I always say, before you start paying for these courses, get the free version, and so you have the basic before you move on to the free paid one. Okay, so again, just type in free AI training courses, and that will start you off on the good stead.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And we do appreciate you for making time to come and be with
Thank
us
you.
this evening. God bless you very much.
Thank you
Now
very
it's
much.
my honor to invite our Vice Chairperson, Mr. Emmanuel Osanga, who will give us the closing remarks. Over to you, Emmanuel.
I just want to see if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I'm joining you guys from a small island in the UK called Isle of Man. I'm Emmanuel Osanga, as Sylvia has already revealed. Mine is just to thank Raji for the great presentation. Raji, this is what I do for a living, where I am. So whatever you're speaking about is what puts food on my table. So yeah, I'm very excited to see that you're bringing more people to the fold, which is what we really want to do. And basic one of the and I like the last question that kind of where we ended, which is what I advised big corporates to do. The good thing is that nobody has kind of figured this thing out. So there's still a lot of demand for, I would say, skills or people who have the skill and knowledge in this space. So I would say you have lots of opportunity. And the beauty with this kind of work is that you don't even have to move. You can do it from wherever you are. So the quicker you get your hands to it, the better. Get those free YouTube channels, listen, learn. And basically, for us as a corporate, we just some of the corporates that I advise, we just ask them to do two things. One is make sure that everyone in the organization acquires the knowledge, so what we call literacy or fluency. That's the starting point. Every chief executive that I talk to, that's the first thing I task them to do. Make sure that you bring everybody up to speed with that knowledge and what I would say common language in your organization. Once you've done that, you can then start to pick specific problems that you want this to solve for you. Start with a business problem, and then you can pull all the tools and the capabilities to solve. So I think the good news I want to leave with everyone is this is not theory. This is what people are making a living out of. You can make a big living out of it. Embrace it. Start today. Don't think that you're too far. You can start today. And in a matter of weeks, you'll be amazed what you can do and how much influence you can wield very quickly. So it's an area that I would really encourage people to pick interest and get going very quickly. Don't procrastinate. I really loved what Raji said, and that I think will remain with me for a very long time. The things that AI cannot do, leadership, wisdom, and all the other 6, 7 things that he said, that was very powerful. That I think is kind of what we should lead with. That kind of gives you, I would say, gives you peace and rest that, well, all the talk and the fear that is being created around this capability is not true because it will not be able to replace those things. And that should give us confidence to explore it, use it, and accelerate the use and application of AI in every aspect of life that we have. I just want to thank you very, very much for the wonderful presentation. I could see time was pressed, but you did a great job in such a short time. It is recorded. Hopefully, we'll share with as many people as we can. The other good news I would want to share is that I'm calling you Dr. Raji. We'll want to have you back at the summit. Well, this is a build up to the summit. I'm sure Benjamin has already invited you. We have a very specific day where we'll be talking about faith, technology, and innovation, and would love you to be part of that conversation. If possible, I'm sure you probably have received the invite already. This happens in August the 3rd, I think, to the 8th. I think Monday 3rd to the 8th of August. We will be online talking about different topics. So this is our annual summit, Inspire Summit, and Raji plus a number of other technology experts are coming back to really break down this topic furthermore. So please look out for that. Put it in your diaries. It's not to be missed. We'll be talking all the other tools or technologies that you can think of, whether it is blockchain, AI, and all these other things will be discussed in that summit in August. So do not miss that. If you want to book your time off, book time. It will be a wonderful time, and I'm sure we'll get more from Raji's wisdom in that time. So thank you very much for setting the foundation and getting us started. We look forward to having you at the summit in August. We'll keep the conversation going. Thank you, Sylvia, for moderating so well. You see, your smile was so infectious. You almost got the Kenyan person board the next bus or plane to come and connect with you. Thank you for anchoring the session. Thank you to Benjamin and the team behind the scenes who have been able to pull this series together. I believe Benjamin and Sliver, this probably is the fourth or fifth of this series, and we'll have a few more for this mentorship series. So thank you very much for everyone who joined. We really appreciate you and we thank you. Please do not keep this to yourself. Share with those that are around you, those that you'd want to get knowledge of this. This is recorded on YouTube, so please share the links, the YouTube links. Follow this through the social media platforms that we have. And let's hear more from you, and we look forward to having you guys at the summit. But before the summit, we'll probably have one or two other mentorship series. So thank you, Sylvia, and may the Lord bless you, and Raji, for saving your time, your precious time, to empower our young people in the continent. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much, Emma. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Please be sure to mark your calendar for our Inspire Summit, which will be from the 3rd to 8th of August, 2026. Dickens, it will be online, but you can fly in Uganda and get to meet some of the people and catch it from here. Yes, so but otherwise it will be fully online. All right. Thank you very much. Let me wish you a wonderful evening.
Inuka Africa.
Open up your eyes, lift your head up, open up your mind. You will see all the beauty of this land. You're a star.
Take a look around you. What do you see? Take a look within you. You're a blessing to all. Women in your time.
ọba tó ṣoore fún mi ṣoore fún wa tó ṣoore lójoojúmọ́ ọba kọ má ti kà lẹ́yìn adúró gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lẹ́yìn aṣòtítọ́ kò jẹ́ ronú ibi rárá.
Inuka Africa. Sema, sema, simama. Inuka Africa.
Semuka Africa. usire pasi Maria no kuda iwe wakakomborerwa iwe marudzi osenga azive mwari nekuda kwechako chiedza zviri mauri zvikuru. You a star, you are born to shine, it's time to rise up. Arise, arise, your light has come. Uri mwana wa mwari, creation waiting for you. Show the world your light.
Betuli Africa, Mumusai. Betuli Africa, Mamaland. Betuli Africa, land of beauty. Betuli Africa, land of minerals. Betuli Africa, Mumusai. Betuli Africa, Mamaland. Betuli Africa, land of beauty. Betuli Africa. It's time to rise. Open your eyes. Inuka Africa.
Simuka Africa. This is the time to shine. Inuka Africa.
The black jewel is a godly favored continent. This jewel is the nucleus of the world, as it is the most centrally located continent. The black jewel is power, brilliance, and outstanding uniqueness. This jewel is gold. It is vast gas and oil reserves, diamonds, timber, fish, and great wildlife sceneries. It is vast, beautiful deserts and a unifying coastline. The black jewel uniqueness is in its color black, the very depth of all colors. It is victory. Our victory as a black jewel lies on our genuine black knees, knelt in a unified cry to the Almighty. Our black jewel will rise in Nuga Africa.